We're live, everyone. Dave and everyone's just talking in the background, but you can't hear them. Yep, it's cool.
Even if
I can do what I want.
You can say reverse baby as many times as you like.
Yeah, they can hear you saying reverse baby now, though.
Right.
What's a reverse baby? Could someone explain it to me?
It's
I
either
don't
like an
know.
old person that looks like a baby.
I've already lost control.
dressed
I
up like a
never
baby,
had
or like
it.
a
I never
Benjamin.
had control of this stream.
I'm so sorry.
You're not. Not sorry enough, at least.
Welcome to the reverse baby stream, everyone.
We're all a bunch of reverse babies here.
Oh, I'm not a reverse baby. I'm just
That's
a
what you
regular baby.
think.
Em is the only
You
one
didn't
who's
even
never
know what it
betrayed
meant.
me. Welcome to Planned Obsolescence, Season 2, Rise of Shadows, a masked game. I'm gonna hide under my desk after I introduce myself because I hate everything and everyone.
Or as I almost called it last night in outros, masks, planned obsolescence, a masks game.
Double the masks, double the fun. Yeah. Yeah, Jim, this is just all chaos all the time. I'm Katie. I play Veronica, the Doomed. We both use she, her pronouns. I'm just jumping into this because I wanted to end as quick as possible already. Emily, what about you?
Sorry, I'm trying to write down a recap for myself.
Yeah, Lex, is it Benjamin Button? We haven't decided. Should I make a poll? I'm gonna just make a poll.
It's
Yeah,
my theory, Lex.
It's
I
poll
agree.
time. I have to remember how to make a poll.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and talk and type at the same time. So I'm Emily. Hi. I play Evie the Bull, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Dingo.
I'm Dingo Dingy Dongle. I play
Deuteronomy.
I use she, her, and I play Animist Anime ASMR. He uses he, him. That's it. I'm gonna drink my wine now.
Rachel.
Hi everyone. I'm Rachel. I use she, her pronouns. In this game, I play Ada, the beacon, who uses she, they pronouns. And the reason why I like bullshitting at the beginning of a stream, especially this one, is that it means that the longer to face the consequences of the things that we messaged Dave 6 months ago.
Well, that's on you. You waited 6 months already.
Levi, what about you?
Hi, I'm sorry. My name is Levi. I use he, him pronouns. Today I'm playing Todd / Special, who also uses he, him pronouns, and he is the protege for now.
For now.
And last and least in my heart right now, Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm last and least in Katie's heart and use he, him pronouns. I'm supposed to run this shit, but now I know everyone hates me. So I'm going to let Emily do the recap.
Okay. My throat's kind of sore. I'm sorry. My mom's not home, so my dogs are barking. And so I was yelling at them. Not very loud. Anyways, okay. Okay. So last time we were here, I tried to get Ronnie to come back with me and join back with the group. Oh my God, Bailey, sorry. To join with the rest of the group, but she decided that there was more important things that she needed to do and deal with. And the hospital that we were in started to go to shit around us, so we had to try and save as many people as we could. Me and Ada were able to help get their brother out of the hospital, but we got separated, so she ended up going and joining up with her mom. Todd left his hospital room in his wheelchair and ended up getting stuck in an elevator. I had to get him out. I don't know why he would do that on his own, but and then I had to help hold up the support of the hospital. And later on, Todd, Animus, and Veronica ran into each other. And after Animus and Todd hacked into the hospital servers to find somebody like Ronnie, Ronnie tells both of them that she admits that she hacked into Animus's memories, which really pissed Animus off. I tried to escape after realizing that I couldn't hold the support anymore, but I ran into Ronnie on the way out, and the last thing I saw of her was her getting crushed by the hospital when it finally collapsed. But she managed to escape, and she ended up finding 2 unsolved cases that were both related to Ada. So yeah.
Yeah, so last we did see Veronica looking through the 2 files and seeing one of them that was for here's the name, Beatrix Carmine Leclerc, and one that was for Adeline Leclerc. And I think we'll open up with what is Veronica up to now.
Well, Veronica is a little shook and confused, and she is, I think she's going to try to, well, first I would like to officially report that no, her reverse baby, what was the question? No is the winner of the poll first. I would like
well,
to,
that's the wrong answer.
no, officially it won. But anyway,
that it's still wrong.
Anyway, first she would like to look back the date that Ada and Beatrix was the name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was born, and see if there was anything in the news about their mother that anything important, anything that had her anything that would stick out that I don't know, anything that might say why Ada was the child that was raised and not the other one. Look on any database or that kind of thing quickly.
I think one thing that you notice is that the date of birth for Beatrix is a lot older than, or is a couple years older than either of Ada's siblings.
Okay. Well, she's gonna still look. She's gonna look on look at that date and try to correlate of any important happenings in Ada's mom's life.
Okay. Rachel, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are crawling all over me like weevils.
Crawling in your skin?
Susan, we're not here.
So the Pope has thoughts now.
The Pope can think?
What do I think about this?
Yes. What do you think there's anything?
No.
You think it's just there's no relevant information?
Unless you think there is.
I don't know of anything that would necessarily be relevant.
Not in regards to Resistor.
Yeah, I don't think you see anything in the news other than the fact that
Resistor hasn't been seen for like 8 months. I wonder what happened.
exactly. That's basically it.
Okay, and then if she doesn't find anything, Ada, your phone is going to receive a message from Veronica that says, I need to talk to you alone, all in caps, with an address to
A diner.
it's always a diner, isn't it? No, it's gonna say I need to talk to you, and it's going to be the address to where Veronica used to live, and it's gonna say come alone. Do not tell Evie.
You don't get a response.
And that's where Veronica's going, Dave.
Okay. Todd,
Yes.
what are you doing after the hospital? Same question for Animus and Evie and Ada as well.
I go immediate to Evie after I get this text.
Don't tell her. Okay.
Don't tell her. Okay, that.
I think once Amos carries Todd out of the hospital, would this be considered I never get to use this move. A triumphant celebration?
Let's see. Give me a second to look at your playbook. Oh, okay. Sorry, you meant the team move.
Yeah.
I would say so, yes.
Okay, I think Todd looks to Animus and just says, "Do you think?" You know, no, I'm not gonna say this to Animus. Wait, strike that reverse. And just keep that in your mind. Yeah, I think Todd just goes to Animus. I'm sorry about all that.
Yeah. I feel like I should say I'm sorry too, but I don't know what for or why.
I don't think you need to. Are you still going to go back? Are you going to go back to the team?
Which team? Or I guess a better question is what team?
You make a good point. Well, but whatever you need me to do, don't hesitate to ask.
I think I need to shut it down.
What do you mean?
All of it.
Yeah.
I know where it is. I know where she keeps everything.
Well, I'm not going to let you go back in there alone. Not again.
I appreciate that.
Todd, you're reminded of how much it hurts when you breathe.
Yes, Todd is very aware of that.
Okay.
Should we get Evie and Ada to help?
Yes.
I'm going to assume, since my feeling is not to trust them, that means I can trust them.
Todd does a little bit mental math. I mean, I still have every reason to trust them. I just need to know if they say the same to me.
Okay.
Smash cut to Ada back with Evie. And she
You
says,
have someone in your arms that you were launched out of the building holding.
me?
Evie.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've got someone. I'll probably put them down gently
Okay.
in the grass or the parking lot. And Evie sees Ada coming towards her, and Evie immediately, like, she doesn't like run towards her, but like as soon as Ada gets close, she kind of like grabs her and like leans all her weight on her and kind of like, I guess, like melts into her arms. I guess she's like, Addie, I feel like shit.
I think that's kind of a universal feeling. Hey, I need you to do a favor for me.
Okay.
I have an errand to run, but I don't trust Todd on his own, and I need you to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any stupid shit.
Did something happen?
Something is happening. Yeah.
Okay.
Veronica's
Yes,
okay.
Veronica's okay? I just saw her get smashed by a building. What do you mean she's okay?
She's okay. I know she's okay. She's okay. And everything's gonna be fine. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna kiss your cheek and I'm going to call the one agent from Aegis. I'm gonna like
The one that I forgot the name of.
like Jameson or something.
That sounds like a name I would make up. Because I regularly do call people in games Jameson. Okay.
I can check.
Well, let me know if you figure it out, but makes sense to me. The one from the research division, right?
Yeah, Agent Jameson.
Nice. You're smart.
That's the only notes that I took this season for that session. So
Jameson. That's it. That's the only note. Yeah. I think you call the phone and hello?
Hi, is is this Agent Jameson?
Yes. Who am I speaking to?
You are speaking to Soroka.
Oh, Soroka. I was right. He would have your number.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Of course. Sorry. I just heard about the situation with the collapse of the hospital. Is everything okay over there?
Everything looks to be chaotic, but under control for the minute. For the time being.
Okay. We have some backup generators over on the way to end up.
That's very helpful. That's not what I was calling about.
Okay. What's going on?
Suppose the fact, perhaps that seeing a building collapse and not being able to do very much about it has put me in a certain frame of mind. You talked about equipment and help that would make me stronger or be of assistance?
Yeah. Do you want to come by tomorrow?
Can I come by right now?
We don't have anything worked out specifically for your line of work, but we can try to get some stuff together.
Okay. I need this as soon as possible. Because
Okay, I will call Dr. Marcus right away then.
okay, I will be over as soon as I can get there.
Okay. Got it. Estimated time of arrival, or
Dave, what's my estimated time of arrival?
I don't know, you can just make something up.
I'd have to go home to pick up my suit so that they don't know that it's me.
Yeah.
Because
Because you've been
thankfully, I
doing
think
these
she's still,
superhero antics without a suit on right now.
yeah, she doesn't want to. Yeah, she's going to swing home. It's probably going to be an hour 15.
Okay, we should be able to at least provide some options based on previous work we've done in that time. See you then.
She's already hung up. He's like, you've got some options, and she's like, cool. She's gone.
Evie, based on what Ada just told you, what are you doing?
I don't know. I guess she'd probably try and call Todd. She doesn't know who Todd is, so she'd probably try and call him. Like, yo.
Todd, where's your cell phone?
Probably in like the bag with my stuff.
Okay. Then you hear it going off.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, where are you?
And then in the background of the panel, you just see a very small Taj with his arm up. Look behind you.
Animus is lifting him up.
Ow, Irish, ow, ribs, ow.
Sorry.
And it was just holding him up like a boom box or something.
The modern day superhero. It's the superhero say
Ah.
anything.
Oh, Evie turns around and looks, and she just she moves her phone. She doesn't drop her phone, but like the way she looks, it's kind of like she might. And she hangs up. She didn't expect Animus to be holding Todd.
Yeah.
And she comes over to you two, and immediately she's like, Animus, are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
There's just a lot going on that I didn't realize was going on, and I'm feeling very stupid.
No one could have predicted that she would do that.
Do what? Who? Veronica?
She had someone manipulate Amos' memories to make him hate and distrust the team.
Someone called source code, put new memories in my head that I didn't even realize could be done.
Ronnie did that?
Yeah.
She's gonna hug him because she feels bad. She's not gonna defend Veronica. Are you kidding?
Yeah, Animus sort of hugs you back, but it's very much like Animus is putting a lot of his weight on you.
Mm-hmm. I can handle it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Should I roll to comfort and support Animus?
Yeah, I think Rachel's spot on with this.
Okay. To all my fucking conditions, bro. Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Make things
Um,
worse. Make things
Roll
worse.
plus mundane.
Things worse. Make things worse. Make things worse.
David, calm
David,
down.
can you be quiet? I can't think.
Dingo,
Um,
Deuteronomy, control him.
I can't.
Okay.
She's tried.
Do I don't have influence over here. Oh, let me open my.
Katie, like oh, fun. Katie. Okay, so what am I gonna do now that you missed? Let's read things. Okay. When you try to comfort or support on a hit, they hear you. Okay. So you didn't hit. Let's see, what do I get to do?
Okay, I have a question, and you can say no if it's okay.
Okay.
Do we have, oh my God, get out of the way. Okay, so we have a team point. Would I be using it, could you say that I was using it selfishly because she gets how he feels?
Or
guess?
or Todd could be helping.
That works too.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Yeah, that works.
Group hug, yeah.
Power of friendship compels you.
So on a hit, they hear you. Mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you.
Their labels? And conditions are like my labels and conditions.
Well, the person you are comforting or supporting.
So
If they open up to you.
okay, so when she hugs him, she says, I saw her earlier today, and I know how, I don't know the level of how, I don't know how exactly you feel right now, but I know that you're hurting.
When we confronted her, she tried to deny it, and then it was like she didn't care.
Yeah, well.
And you don't do that to the people you love.
You don't. It seems like she's, like her priorities are somewhere else. And that's all she's gonna say.
Yeah. Mark potential, clear conditions, or shift labels. Animus.
Oh, me?
The person who they were trying to comfort or support, which I believe was you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
This is a purely altruistic move. The person doing it gets nothing out of it.
Except on a 10 plus, I believe.
On a 10 plus, yes.
Yeah. Rules are good sometimes.
What's the lowest you can have? Is it -3 or -2?
-2.
Okay.
If you would go below a -2 or above a +3, instead you don't change your labels and you immediately mark a condition.
Okay. Well, I shifted my labels, so.
Okay. Todd, what are you doing during this? You just listening?
I think, yeah, Todd knows what it's like to have someone you have feelings for betraying someone, right? So I think just kind of nodding sagely, and once this kind of thread of conversation ends, Evie, do you still think that there's hope for a team at all, even after all this?
I don't know. I really don't know. And I I know you, Todd. I know that you're gonna worry about it until you can't worry anymore, but just I don't know if we're gonna have a team, but we can't really focus on that right now. We have a team now, and we're just gonna have to do what we can do with it.
Okay.
So,
Game Master, would you consider that a yes or a no? Whichever leans more towards.
For the victory one?
Yeah. I'm kind of stretching the positioning of it. But
Let's see. She said, I don't know about the team, but I do know you. And then what was the bit that followed?
I'm gonna worry about it. Doesn't need to be worried about right now. We have a team now.
I think that is a positive affirmation.
Okay. When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, ask them if you've been a good leader or effective teammate. If they say yes, your mentor loses influence over you and mark potential.
me?
No, he was doing his team
It's a protege thing.
celebration with someone.
Oh, okay.
And because I mark potential, I advance and I am no longer a protege.
And we'll get to that probably a little later.
Oh dear.
But so Veronica, were you just heading to the old apartment straight away then, or?
Yeah, she was printing out all of this information that she found, and she was going to the apartment.
Okay. Quick question to Ada. Were you planning on going to the government place and then to the apartment, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. I think, Veronica, you get there well before Ada because she has other errands to run. Even though you are a little further away than she would be just in straight travel.
As the crow flies.
So you get there probably about an hour after you send the message. And the building is empty. You walk up the old stairs and they creak underneath you, but you don't hear anything or anyone as you head upstairs. You go to your old room and you find that it has a little layer of dust on it. And you sit there in that chair that Animus sat there waiting for you before. And you hear a voice in your head. Your voice. You don't have much time left.
I mean, she just sits there, just keeps her eyes closed. She's sort of ignoring it and waiting for Ada. She didn't hear anything back from Ada, so she's going to give her a couple of hours and see if she comes.
Makes sense. You can't ignore me forever. You can't ignore yourself forever.
She's just waiting. Enjoying the burnt in smell of macaroni and cheese that never went away.
Yeah. I think that reminds you of the times you had spent with Animus before it all got complicated. Back before you turned to villainy, back before you two had even kissed, when you were both quietly trying to hide your feelings. And I think as you're lost in these thoughts, you hear the door creak. And a familiar face is standing in it. As the door swings open, you can see their brows are furrowed and his hands are on his hips, and Jay is standing there almost scowling at you.
Yeah, she doesn't move from the chair to stand up or anything. She has a very neutral look on her face. She just looks at him and says, "Hey, Jay."
Veronica?
How have you been?
Are you just going to act like no time has passed and nothing has changed?
I mean, nothing has changed for me.
Really? Veronica, you're wanted.
Are you going to turn me in, Jay?
Depends on what you're doing here.
I'm meeting someone.
You realize this isn't your place anymore. You're months overdue on the rent that you
I
don't
never
pay.
paid rent in the first place, Jay.
Yeah, but when someone really is just sort of leaves the place for a few months on end, not sure that. I mean, you didn't ever have a lease to begin with, to be fair.
Yeah, you let me stay here because I had nowhere else to go.
Now you do, apparently.
I'm not going to be here long. I just needed somewhere to meet Ada. I don't even know if she'll turn up. I'll be out of your hair in a couple of hours.
Fine. But just so you know, I expected better from you.
Really? Jay, you were a villain too.
Yeah. Something I regret.
I don't regret anything I've done. So that's on you, not on me.
Do you really think that what you're doing is right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I don't think I could stop you if I wanted to. But just you are. I thought you were strong enough to resist this rep. And I think he's going to try to move your mundane down and your superior up.
Okay. I'll do it. That's fine. I'm not going to try to resist it.
Okay. And I think the door closes and he disappears. And as you sort of sit there, unless you've done something about it recently, you're getting that twitchy little shake in your hand that happens when your powers are running close to empty.
Oh no, she's running on fumes still. She hasn't. She didn't have time to refuel. Like, she didn't even portal here because she's running so low.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
Yeah.
Ada.
That's a me.
You arrive, and you arrive to see at the entrance area, and Agent Jameson escorts you inside. Yeah, sorry about the lack of items and stuff. We didn't have anything specifically worked out for you because we weren't sure if you would take us up on the offer. If you give us more time or come back later, we can try to work out gear that is more specific to you and what you're looking for. But we have a couple small things already. So let us know what you feel.
You mentioned a doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Marcus. He's the lead of the development and research team here.
What kind of doctor?
A number of things. Medical, for one. He has a PhD in engineering. I think he dabbled a bit in chemistry as well.
Can I speak to him?
Yeah, he's through these doors, and I think you open up, and there's a smart-dressed man with a lab coat over the top of his clothes, with somewhat thick glasses adorning his face, and he's sort of setting things down on the table and lining it up just right, and then moving to the next item.
Dr. Marcus?
Oh, yes, that's me. You are Soroka, right?
Soroka, yes.
Okay, sorry, we haven't really had a chance to get stuff together. I'm sure Jameson has told you that already, but...
Yes, I'm sure I'll have time to check out that stuff. I actually had I had some questions for you.
Yes? What's going on?
As you know, I'm a superhero. She gestures to all of herself.
Yes,
but, compared to other superheroes, I am not strong, and while fighting in a team, I can rely on the people around me to help out. If I'm in a one-on-one fight, I am at a severe disadvantage. One of my teammates was experimented on to increase her powers. I have powers. They're not much, but Jameson mentioned you were a medical doctor?
Yes, I have been working with powered individuals for about 20 years.
Would it be possible to
Well, let's just go through the options that we do have on the table and see if anything else fits better for you. Okay? He sort of guides you along, and there's essentially a utility belt that is very reminiscent of what Todd has. There is an energy weapon. There's a sort of wristband that sort of expands over your arm into sort of an augmented limb. And
that I can use to punch 3 times with the force of all for one?
No.
100%?
But yes.
Sorry, one for all.
It more is like when it sort of expands out from its little bracelet form, it sort of is more along the lines of like the Winter Soldier's metal arm.
Oh, that's very sexy.
And then finally, you get to the end, and it's like, I was looking at your file when Jameson mentioned he first talked to you, and I did see the abilities very similar to Thunderhead's abilities. And it is not without risks, but, and he opens up a small box and there is a small syringe in there. There are options. Augmenting powers that people have already is far easier and safer than trying to generate powers in individuals, especially ones at your age.
She looks at the needle for a long time, and then she closes it with her hand and she says, if it's possible for you to enhance powers that already exist, is it possible to do the opposite?
Weaken powers that exist?
It's the same math, just a different direction.
It is and it isn't. Math-wise, it's theoretically possible, but the chemistry is a little more complicated. The way the proteins bind together upon...
I don't know the science, but...
It's possible, but I do need to ask why.
Well, it seems to me that you've got a bunch of people with powers who are seen as dangerous, who don't want them anymore. And they're out here attacking hospitals and making announcements on the radio and the TV saying that they don't want to be what they've been created to be.
I see your point. We have looked into the technology some, but at the time being, it is far more dangerous trying to remove powers from someone than it is to enhance them.
I want this. I want the powers really badly. So I want you also really badly to help people who need it and not just keep on amping up the voltage on people with powers. So let's make a deal where I can be your guinea pig and you can get to fixing this.
You mean guinea pig for reducing the powers as well, or?
Whatever you need to solve this problem.
I think he pauses for a second, paces around for a few minutes. I can try. I can't guarantee any success, but usually one of the biggest challenges we've had is finding participants who are willing and not violent criminals. For some reason, the city doesn't really want... there's legal issues with even consenting criminals being used in lab experiments. But
I'm going to ignore how fucked up that was For the time being.
I accept. And he reaches out his hand. Also, yeah, are we okay?
Yeah, is everyone okay with this?
I'm okay with it, but I'm still like emotional over it, considering like my character's stuff. I'm like, I don't want that to happen to someone else, but I'm okay.
She's doing it of her own volition this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long? I shake his hand and I say, how long will it take for, and I look at the box with the syringe in it. How long will it take for it to kick in?
It has varied from person to person. There are training regimens that we can take you through to increase its effects. Perhaps over time, it's almost like exercising a new muscle to some extent. But we would, the effects should at least begin to take hold within the first hour or so. We would like to keep you here for observation.
I'll come back tomorrow. But can I take some of the equipment now? Give it a test run?
That makes sense to me. And Jameson sort of is watching this whole thing, his hands standing by the door that you entered in a very agently pose with his hands behind his back. And Dr. Marcus motions to the table.
I want the Winter Soldier arm.
I thought you would.
You know me.
That might have been thought of, as a very Rachel thing. But yeah, why don't you mark down? I think he takes you to the table or a table for a doctor's appointment in a nearby room, and if you let him, he would give you the power enhancing.
She doesn't. She was gonna come back tomorrow for the power enhancing stuff, but she'll take it.
I presumed you were wanting it now.
She'll take it now.
Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. For the record, a little bit of medical stuff. So if you're not into medical operations, heads up. I think when this is administered, it has to be put into, it's basically putting it into the spinal column. And it's like a lumbar puncture, but the opposite.
So incredibly painful.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Do I have to roll to take a powerful blow?
I think so. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Cool. Can I just like switch over to the playbook now, or
I was about to say, and why don't
do that later?
Were you wanting to now? Because I think it fits based on.
Okay, I'm something else because it's not in the list.
Yeah. You now have the playbook, The Soldier, with some slightly changed abilities. You now at least have some semblance of the abilities that your parents possessed, the ones that your brother has as Thunderhead.
I
as
can't
well
believe
as-
that Rachel went through all of that just to fucking be a goddamn Winter Soldier nerd.
Okay, it's not
Yeah,
Winter
you
Soldier. It's Captain America is what the book is modeled after because all of the names are flights from the Captain America movies of the moves. All the names.
I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah,
Knowing
that was meant in
that I hate Captain America Winter Soldier is my least favorite Marvel movie of the world, she still did this to me.
I have. Sorry, when I get excited, I tend to repeat myself. I have the move that I'm taking to start with is the starting move, and then also I can do this all day which is a fun one.
That is.
Or I could do. It kind of feels personal. Let's think about this. Actually, give me 2 minutes.
In the meantime, after we had a playbook change, where we actually know what Ada's playbook is, we are going to go on break and catch you guys back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, everyone, we will return. Everyone take a a quick break. We will get our stuff together. That I will not update the overlay until we play again. So don't look forward to that. But we'll be back in a couple of minutes, everyone. Grab a drink.
Katie, I just read the chat, and you are right. That is the greatest bit about the first Captain America. Let me guess, I was live saying that.
Yeah. Welcome to me and Dave talk about the iconic Captain America boob touch stream. We're back, everyone. Welcome back from break. Take it away, Dave.
Hi. Instead of taking it away, I'm going to throw it back at Evie and Todd and Animus.
I hope, have they been standing there for the past hour just hugging each other?
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
I will
They've
long
been talking about their feelings.
Their feelings.
Honestly, if nobody has, and this isn't like a big thing, but I figure did Naomi work at the hospital that we were at? I think she did. Yes.
I think we said that.
Okay. Because if she does, and I assume that Evie lives nearby, so she probably invites them over to her house.
I don't know that Animus would go with, because I think Animus has something very specific that he wants to do.
Okay.
And I think after we've hugged it out, he sort of looks at the two of you and says, I need to go shut everything down. And you don't have to help me. But you're welcome to come if you can and want to.
It's obvious that I'm in no shape to do it, and I think Evie needs her rest as well. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna let you go in there alone.
I'll go. I'm fine. And I don't want Animus to go alone either. And Todd, I think it might be better if I go with him too.
Okay, just 2 isn't much, but if you insist on going now, it's what we got. They start rummaging through the bag. And I think he gets out this small, it might be like almost it looks a bit like one of those in-ear things so that musicians can hear themselves, but it has a small camera on the outside of it. I'm gonna want eyes in there.
You got it.
Okay.
I think for this to work, Todd, you should call. Oh, I've got all the information available to me in the world, and I can't remember his name.
Her
Agent-
dad's dad?
The dad to your dad.
Bird dad's dad. His name is Conrad Collins, and he's an asshole.
Yeah, yes, Redtail.
I think you should call Redtail.
As in, like, have him back you up?
Yes, but they can't make themselves known until everything's done. So once I shut everything down, if they can swoop in.
What would you have him do?
I mean, it's a layer full of villains, Todd.
Oh. I see. Okay, I think I can get him see if I can have him come in.
Unless you think there's someone better to call.
I mean, knowing that we'll be able to get right away.
Okay. Get somewhere safe. and somewhere you can rest.
Okay, thank you.
Todd, Ada, before Ada left, they told me not to tell you something. They told me to look out for you because they don't trust you. Look out for yourself.
I
And
think, yeah.
I just wanted to tell you because I'm not doing what they asked me to do.
I would like to point out that Ada was like, hey, keep an eye on Todd so he doesn't do anything stupid. And Evie's like, okay, will do. And then immediately, as soon as it's not Todd opening his mouth with a stupid idea, is immediately, yes, stupid idea, let's go for it.
Listen, I was literally like, that's why I was thinking, I was like, maybe she should tell him that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a dig at you or anything, or if you guys had some falling out or conversation.
There was a discussion.
Right. Well, I think, Todd, that you need to relax. So,
Yeah, I definitely need to rest up to heal.
no, well, yes.
Yes.
But I mean, she's trying to comfort and, well, is she trying to comfort?
You can.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? What is Evie wanting as the result of what she's saying?
The result that she wants is to tell him that he needs to stop worrying so much about everyone else and worry about himself, is what she wants to tell him and make him get, but she doesn't know how to say it.
No. Let's see. Yeah, that would be comfort or support. Even harsh words can actually be comforters and support.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't just have to be, oh, I love you. It can just be what
Right.
people need to hear.
Hey,
Okay.
harsh truth. Yeah, it's still a comfort.
Yes, there is precedent for that in this game.
Mm-hmm.
In
Oh, and
this
I had
campaign.
influence over you.
Yeah.
I can add one. Watch me miss. Yep.
Okay, so that's a miss.
Mhm.
Evie isn't really a comforting person, y'all.
It's fine.
She's
It's
She
trying.
already did it once. This is better than anything we've. Todd, I think this comes across as her telling you what to do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I was about to ask.
And I
wonder.
think you're gonna have to mark a condition because of that.
Okay. I only have 2, and afraid doesn't quite work, so hopeless
Okay.
by default.
Yeah, so your team doesn't believe in you and you're not.
Right. Yeah. Todd really looks like he wants to say something. He's like, okay. And then I think he would probably have to go back to the hospital, get a crutch, and then just make his way home to set up his operation.
Okay.
If you want anything while Evie and Amos get into position, or we just got to.
I would like just as a reminder, Evie, you do remember the last time you tried to go to the base.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
Different base, but
the villain.
The old base. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember.
Todd, are you calling Red Tail?
Yeah, I think he just says, listen, I've been taking out of fights. I my teammate my teammates are attempting to infiltrate into the base, and one of them it would be
Levi, you were breaking
it
up.
would be yeah a couple of my teammates are attempting to infiltrate the enemy base. We think it's for the best if you go in there to back them up.
Why are they doing this? Is this related to Veronica and Animus?
Yes, and Animus is back with myself and Nova, and he says that he can shut their operation down.
How do we know that Animus is actually on our side again?
Veronica betrayed him openly, and I think we're still the last people that he has left.
How do you know that wasn't staged?
This doesn't. Should I roll fireside chat? Figure out how this gets resolved.
Let's see. What is that move? Why don't you read it for us?
Yes. When you seek advice from your mentor, roll with labeled land body. On a hit, they tell you what to do. This actually doesn't quite work for.
No, I'm not sure it does. So you are trying. I think what would fit is you're trying to get him to do something, right?
Correct.
I think provoke someone is the most applicable move here.
So it would be a provoke. Yeah, I think. Would this be considered a speech on morality and heroism?
Depends on how you're playing it.
Ada gave you one of those speeches.
Well, she did.
I'm your dad now.
Yeah, Ada.
Fuck
Ada
Red
is-
Tail. Fuck Red Tail lives.
I would like to
Fuck-
point out that Ada.
Fuck
is-
billionaires. And fuck him in particular. I'm your dad now.
Well, she's got you there. She adopted you. You can't do anything.
Okay. But still, do you think that's what? Do you think that still works for one of my new moves?
Again, you would have to. It all depends on how you would be trying to persuade him.
Yeah, I think. Stopping their operation is what's going to help the most people, even if it requires saving people from themselves. In order to, you have to pull from the root, so to speak. Yeah, that's all I got. If you still want me to provoke the old-fashioned way.
What's the other one specifically say?
It says, "Give a speech when you give a speech on morality and heroism, you can provoke someone with savior instead of superior."
Sorry, give me half a second to read the move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't let go with it. Yeah, let's do it. See what happens.
Yeah, I didn't put the move on my sheet yet.
Okay, that would be why I was trying. I was looking for it and was a bit confused.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
see what you mean.
Yeah, I could just do just a savior roll.
No, it fits for savior.
Yeah, so
okay. On a hit, they
some knights that they have a list they could choose from.
choose one. They stumble, you gain +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity, or they overreact, you gain influence over them.
That's your choice on this one.
Oh, they instead choose one. Sorry. I think what fits best is I think he snaps at you. Do you think I don't know that? I'm just trying to make sure your bases are covered.
Listen, I'm going to stick by the people that have helped me and been beside me. I can't recall any time that you have done that once for me. So, if you're going to hover over me and try to tell me what to do, like everyone seems to do nowadays, we're done. Click.
Okay.
And now I text Ada, hey, Evie and Amos are attempting to infiltrate Veronica's base. Help them or stop them, whichever. I trust your judgment on that one.
What am I doing when I get this text?
I presume you would be heading towards where you were going to meet Veronica.
You asked me during break if we were going to go over the backstory questions, just so we can recenter ourselves.
Yeah, why don't we go through that just to sort of reintroduce, for lack of a better phrase. What tragedy or disaster led you to gaining your abilities?
I mean, I guess you could say the hospital falling. But the tragedy, I believe, is more the fact that Animus is heartbroken over what he is.
Okay.
And that Veronica doesn't want to be what she is.
What inspired you to officially join Aegis?
Well, she can't do it on her own. And so she needs backup.
What does Aegis do for the world that no one else can?
Here's the thing. I don't think Ada has any particular respect for Aegis. But they're the only ones that can, give her the powers that she needs on her terms.
Who outside of Aegis and the team connects you to the civilian world?
Who connects me to the civilian world? I don't think she is connected very much to the civilian world.
You could even just say who you used to be.
Yeah.
And
Someone
why do you
without
care about
problems.
the team?
Because they're as much my family as my brothers are.
And sister.
Well, she doesn't know that.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you get this message from Todd.
The message says again that they're going to attack the base.
Yes.
Animus?
Yep. And to either help them or stop them.
I am going to say remember what happened last time? With the question mark.
Good point.
And how many limbs do you have broken?
2. Maybe a rib or 2.
then
Not broken, cracked.
Same thing.
No.
Ada sends when he responds to that, just a smiley face with a nose in the middle. Yes, exactly like that. She's gonna say, don't do anything until I get there. It might be a while. These are all separate texts, by the way.
Okay.
Double texter, serial double texter. Yes, exactly. We have to do this safely.
Good point. Or like, you're right. Is what he says.
Ada resists the urge to text back, of course I am, and then puts her phone on silent and walks into, and then doesn't put her phone on silent. She texts Veronica, I'm coming.
You don't get a text back, bitch.
Yeah, it's fine. Todd doesn't get a text back.
Veronica,
You're right.
are you waiting?
Yeah, she's still waiting. She wasn't. I mean, if it's not, it's been like what, 3 hours maybe. She was gonna give Ada like a no more than 5 hours.
Okay. I think you feel, you again feel the fact that you're on fumes, and you hear your voice in your head say, she's here. And then you hear the door open downstairs. Footsteps come up, and the door opens. And I imagine you see a very angry Ada. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to break.
Cool. We will be right back, friendos. Hey, folks, we're back from our final break. Shit's about to pop off in our last hour. Go on, Dave, pop it off.
Hi, you see Veronica, you see Ada entering through the door.
How do you look, Ada? What is your demeanor like? What's the change that you've made in the past hour?
What's the whole vibe you're giving off?
What vibe are you giving off? It's like a cool, chill vibe. You look like you're ready to smoke some dank kush. What's going on?
Just do a weed right now. The
Just
two of you.
smoke a weed.
Smoke a weed. I'm being serious. What do you look like? Like what are you?
Me, Ada?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Dave described you as looking angry and stuff. Like how?
I asked if that's how you looked.
Ada always looks vaguely angry. It's kind of their thing.
Is it the lesbian inside of her?
I don't know if you've seen them since you dipped, but Ada's cut their hair. You think there's a new piercing? Definitely. Somewhere in their ears. They have they're in their hero suit, but they've taken off the mask. And yeah, there's this lattice of metal going up her arm, around it, encasing it.
Ada stands up to
Well, I'm Ada. So.
Ada, you stand up.
Veronica stands up to see you, and like you notice that her hair is changed. She's dyed it. It's got like she's dyed white stripes through her her red hair, and she takes a sort of a step toward you. I'm really glad you agreed to meet me.
You know, Evie thought you were dead.
I assume you did not listen to me and told her that I wasn't.
She deserves to know that much, at least.
All right.
I'm not going to lie to her.
Well, I'm glad she has you, Ada. I need to talk to you about something. In fact, I'm here to make a trade.
What do I have that you could possibly want?
Energy? I'm running on fumes here and I need something, not much. I'm not gonna, drain you to like within an inch of your life. I just need a little bit of something to get by.
Ada's expression just like softens and crumbles a little. And she says, that's not something that you have to trade for.
Yeah, but I don't like asking people that I care about for it unless I can give them something worthwhile. Makes me feel like shit. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you what I'm going to give you first, okay?
What is it?
She walks over to the chair she was sitting in and out of a bag pulls out this just sort of manila folder and sits it on the coffee table that she had once broke. And she doesn't open it. She just sits it there, and then she takes a step back. You might want to look at this. I've already read it.
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah, you might want to sit down when you read it. I got it from some information Todd gave me today from the hospital.
You were with Todd?
That's not the important part, Ada. What's in that folder is the important part.
And what am I supposed to do with this information? Do you want me to
You should,
take it to...
No, you need to read it, Ada, right now.
Yeah, she crosses over to where the files are and picks up the one that's on top.
Which one is on top?
I mean, you can say whatever you want it to be, but in gist, it's all the information about Dark Sun being Beatrix LeClaire, her abilities and everything, who she would be now and who she was then.
Yeah. You open it up and the name on the tab says Beatrix LeClaire.
And she kind of flips through it lightly, like reading fast, reading, skipping whole pages. And then she closes it. She says, this is real? Because my sister died 10 years ago.
I didn't even know you had a sister, Ada.
It's not something that I bring up often, because...
So, I mean, I assume it's real then? I got this information from the hospital. Todd hacked the files.
Files can be faked.
Okay, then they're faked. I don't know, Ada. I was looking for information about the person that attacked Matt and destroyed our base.
And you think that's my dead sister?
It's what I found, okay?
And what's this other file? And, like, she's very obviously, like, crying.
Katie, did Veronica just bring the file on Beatrix, or did you also bring the file on Ada?
I brought all of it.
Okay.
What was the file on Ada?
It was also in the medical anomalies. You didn't ask about it, and if you read it, and you can choose not to bring it, but it said that when Ada was young, powers manifested early.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that. Yeah, she would have brought that too.
Ada, as you open it up, it says that your powers manifested early and strong and dangerously, just like the file that you had previously just read about Beatrix.
Did they give you something to keep you from showing your powers?
Ada can't speak because she knows if she opens her mouth, it's just going to come out as a choked sob.
Veronica walks over to her. She hasn't taken her gloves off or anything at this point. She just wraps her arms around Ada to hold her.
I think there's an arc of electricity that just dances like static down your arm.
She takes it. She takes the static, the little bit of pain. It just makes her hold you tighter.
Roll to comfort and support.
Because that's going to work out well.
It's a miss. You do have a villain team point.
Yeah, I don't know how I would be doing this selfishly, though.
No, that's fair.
I guess I would be... Could I make an argument that I'm doing this selfishly? That maybe in the furthest part of Veronica's fucked up mind right now, she's thinking maybe this would put Ada on her side.
Yeah, also, if you were taking off your gloves while you did this,
She would
that would
do
also
that.
work. Okay. I'm just saying another option.
She would do.
Yeah, if you think that is something that Veronica would do and think.
I think in this, it's not anything she would voice, but I think maybe in the, like, there's like this one little tiny voice in her head that's going, well, maybe this would make her think, hey, she might hate the people who did this to her. And I'll make it a 7. I'll make it a pass.
Okay. So that would be a successful roll. On a hit, they mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you.
I think I'll mark potential, and Ada just breaks down into these sobs. And the minute that she catches her breath, she says, it's all I ever wanted, and they took it away from me. They never even gave me the chance.
They wanted to protect you, didn't they? They didn't give you even a chance to see if you could protect yourself.
Are you gonna leave?
What did you do to yourself now?
I'm doing it for you, and I'm doing it for Animus, and I guess I'm doing it for my sister and everyone who's I wanna help you.
How, Ada?
You don't want the powers that you have, right?
Yeah.
And if they did this to me, then someone can do it to you. You'll have the choice. I'm making it a choice.
So you're gonna let them just turn us into lab rats then?
I wouldn't do that to you.
Looks like that's what they're gonna do to you.
I can take it.
I appreciate it, Ada, but I don't need your help, okay?
Everybody needs help. You helped me. This is me helping you.
Maybe you should sort out what's going on with your family. I think that there's a lot of issues there that you're not dealing with. This dead sister, that's
My issues don't matter when people are hurting. And you're hurting and you've been hurting, and it was really fucking stupid of me to not see that before. And now you're doing what you're doing, and it's my fault for not doing what I could then. And so I'm doing it now.
Can I just and she just sort of gestures to her hand as she takes her glove off. I really need to
You need to go. I get it. But you don't have to.
no,
You can
not that
you can
I,
come back with me.
no, not that I really need. I'm running on fumes here.
You can take what you need from me. But don't disappear again.
She pulls her glove off and holds her hand out to you.
I take it.
Touching her feels like lightning. Energy courses back into you, crashing into you like a flash flood. You feel your chest loosen up and you feel almost like you can breathe again, and this sixth sense of your powers is just, you feel it not dulled and blurred anymore. And you feel stronger than you have in quite some time. But the voice in the back of your head just says, you feel this? Think about how much more clear everything would be, how many more people you could help if you just took Helios's powers. Just a small touch. Then you won't have to worry about yourself ever again.
Well, here's the thingy, Dave. I'm gonna take a little bit more from Ada than I promised.
Okay. I think that would be rolled to directly engage a threat.
Sure, yeah.
Also, just checking, Ada, you okay with this?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, just making sure. Full hit on a 10 plus, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I would like to surprise Ada. And then I guess take something from them would be her consciousness. I want to knock her out.
You're not going to be able to straight up do that with that, I feel, unless Rachel is wanting that too.
No, like I specifically took one move so that I could not lose my consciousness.
God damn it, Rachel!
I can do
Well,
this
okay,
all day.
I can do resist or avoid their blow.
Yeah. I think Ada, you just feel so much energy, more energy than you thought you ever had, just drained from you, and that electric feeling that was in the air just a few seconds ago, that had been building on the ride here, seems all but gone now. And I would like you to take a powerful blow.
Cool.
Roll super high.
Okay, well, luckily for you, you missed. Ada, what do you do?
I want to grab her with my metal hand.
Okay. Directly a threat, I presume?
I did say resist or avoid their blows.
Well, is it a blow if I'm not attacking you? I'm just trying to grab you.
If you're just trying to grab her, what are you trying to do after you grab her?
I want to look her in the eyes and say, this isn't you.
No, Ada. It is me. And I'm portaling out of there.
Yeah. You sort of, what does it look like? I think I have an idea if you don't.
The portal?
Yeah.
It's just this sort of black necrotic energy that envelops me and just leaves, her, just leaves Ada gripping at nothing.
I think as it appears this time, Ada and Veronica both see the slight twinge and crackle of lightning on its edges. And then Veronica disappears. Animus and Evie.
Yep.
What are you guys up to?
Rolling up. We're smoking weed.
Everyone gave
No.
Roll
Can
out.
Animus get high?
Roll out.
We're gonna find out.
May
Okay, roll to weed.
may I
Animus and Evie got close because they both smoke weed.
Who's the dealer and who's the buyer in this relationship?
Ada's technically the dealer.
Mhm.
Because she
Yeah,
steals
she-
it. We've established this. She steals it from Matt because they're underage.
They're just weed friends.
Evie's like 18.
Well, that's not the age of majority in some states.
Let's see. So, Todd,
Can-
you were saying something?
Yeah, it's like if I can interject, I think once Ada pointed out how much of a dumbass he is, Todd would have just texted them both, stop, send, stop, send, stop what you're doing, send.
To us?
To Animus and Evie?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Evie sends back a winky face and then doesn't reply if he tries to text her back.
Animus, what are you doing? Are you replying with a winky face as well, or a smiley face with a carrot in the middle of it?
I think Animus asks why.
To point out to me that the last time we did this, it didn't turn out too well.
Last time you did this, you didn't have me.
That's exactly why I want you. That's exactly why I want to be cautious. Listen, I'm sending in Ada. I'm going to need you to follow her lead.
Not this time. And Animus is going into the base.
Evie, what are you doing during this?
She's honestly following Animus's lead. Her whole plan in her head is while he does all the technology hacking stuff, she'll watch his back. So she's following in after him and kind of looking around. To scope the area. Would that be? No. Never mind. I was about to ask, would that be assess the situation, but I don't think it is.
I mean, if you're trying to scope the place out as you're entering it, yeah, it would be.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, she is, because she's never been here before.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What do I roll? I've never rolled this before.
So are you actually entering the base
You've
part?
never assessed anything before.
Well, usually Todd or Ada does it, so I'm like, what?
Is Evie actually entering the base?
Yeah, she's following Animus, so she's like right behind him. So
Okay.
she's at the base.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Animus would be trying to cloak her under him as much as possible. Because he's
How?
huge, right? Or just like keep her out of sight as much as possible using his gigantic body, Dave. He's huge.
Okay. So roll to assess the situation.
Okay. Roll plus superior roll. Okay, let's see.
Evie.
Ah!
Evie.
That's okay.
Have you leveled up tonight, bitch? That's like what? 4 things of potential.
One. No, I've only rolled like 1, 2. Oh, I forgot to mark it for the other. Almost. I don't know if I missed because I feel like I miss roll a lot, but I forget to mark potential because I forget that's a thing. So, but I just marked all the ones that I rolled tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Good. Anything.
What?
Like, I'm sorry, my internet just went out for a second. Okay. I mean, if Animus is trying to like hide her from like being seen, I don't think she would have a good like view of what she's trying to look at.
I think more so than that. As you enter Animus, you're trying to get a feel for the situation, and as you're trying to look around, someone notices you.
So what? They notice me?
They notice Evie.
Cool. I think Animus, when he realizes someone notices, goes, "New recruit."
New recruit, isn't that that one hero, Nova?
Exactly. Old friend of Veronica's.
Where's Veronica? She should have been back by now.
She should have.
What happened?
Hospital fell down. I assume she had to portal somewhere. She'll be back.
She was here a bit ago. Where'd she go?
I don't know. I'm not her keeper. I just do what I'm told.
Okay.
Excuse me. And
I would like you to provoke someone.
with what?
That's roll plus superior.
I guess there's no like manipulate someone.
Yeah, this essentially is.
Don't make me roll superior. I suck ass at superior.
And just fault is that.
Listen. Fuck.
Okay. So, you know it's fun. I think as you end up trying to walk past, you push past that person, but the conversation drew attention from other people in the base. Specifically, Dark
It's a fucking God, I hate. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were gonna say that one. I forget what we named
Soul
him.
Slayer.
Soul Slayer.
No. Soul Slayer is pretty much in the background compared to Dark Sun, who just walks up and is just staring at you with this cold look.
Howdy.
Animus.
Yes,
Why
that's
did
my name. Hmm?
Why did you turn?
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm afraid I don't.
You're bringing her here.
To help.
She's not an ally.
She is now.
No, she's not. And you feel yourself be pulled down to the ground under your own increasing weight, down onto one knee, trying to stabilize yourself.
Okay. Animus turns to Evie and says, "Run. Run now."
Okay.
Evie, what do you do?
She's running
Where to?
out.
And Animus is going to self-destruct.
What?
Yeah.
Me not realizing Animus could do that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What is it like when you begin the sequence to self-destruct?
I don't think it's like big and flashy. Or rather, there's not like a self-destruct sequence initiated sort of thing. I think it's just like you hear this like and the lights on Animus start to get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until it's almost blinding, and he's just overrunning himself. And I think it takes about maybe 10 seconds for him to sort of light up in this blue and purple and pink and then red as he explodes.
I think as this is sort of building up, Evie, you're trying to run away?
Yeah, but she doesn't like get out of the base when he starts to self-destruct, so she probably sees him start to do that and is like shocked into just standing and watching, I guess. So she's like far enough away where she can see it happening. And yes, I know that is dangerous, but
So I think as Animus begins to glow, he's starting to light up more and more area as these seconds pass. And then suddenly we see a dark shadow. And Veronica steps out of her portal.
oh my god.
Yeah, she immediately realizes what's happening. And she looks at Dark Sun and she says, What the hell did you do?
So you are looking. Let's see.
Is she answering me?
I'm just trying to think about. Animus betrayed us. Now he's trying to destroy us.
Fuck you. She's rushing to Animus, wrapping her arms around him, and she's portaling out of there with Animus.
The gravity, as you rush over, disappears on you, Animus.
What?
Veronica is rushing over to you.
I would like to hold her back.
How's that?
I think I physically, like, I take something and I push her out of the way. And I think you hear him scream, "Don't touch me."
She'll use the portal to be behind him so she can grab him and go through it.
I don't want that. Is there a roll I can make to prevent this?
Yes. You can, if you're willing to hurt her, you can directly engage a threat. If you don't, you can unleash your powers. And honestly, I know this is a tense situation for everyone, so if this is something that people are not okay with, the X card is available for that purpose. And please feel free to directly message me if you don't want to say anything publicly.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. It doesn't look like no, but it is a no. I mean, Animus is familiar with his powers. I don't want to hurt her. And so I think if she's creating a portal, he'd be trying to dodge and push her into it.
Okay.
So would that be directly engage a threat or unleash your powers?
If you're not trying to hurt her, I would say probably
I mean, technically it is a blow because I am trying to.
yeah, I would say it's directly engaged.
I mean, it's the same amount anyway.
Yeah. On a hit, trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 9 plus, on a 7 to 9, pick 1. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I mean, I want to avoid.
Okay. But you don't push her through the portal. I'll say. I don't think you quite managed to pull that off.
Okay.
Veronica. What are you up to?
What does this mean for me?
It means it's just she doesn't end up, or Animus doesn't end up managing to throw you through the portal or anything. So you're still there.
Well, then I would like to... Give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Hey, I have a question real quick.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I won't go with whatever Katie's doing, but would I would have seen Veronica come in, right?
Yeah, you would have.
Okay. Just wondering.
I have to pull up the
You know,
playbook.
I actually would like to pause here because I know this is a very tense scene overall. And I think it would benefit us most to return to this scene next time we play. That way we can talk about things, etc. And then this also works as a good cutting off point because we don't know what's going to happen next. I think in the chaos of everything, no matter what happens, we do see one last thing. As the chaos is happening and the glow is getting brighter, we see just this sort of in a back corner of the base, this sort of crackle almost of electricity, and then the air starts to warp and distort, and the light doesn't move through it quite right. And then there's just this flash, very short and bright. But in the dim light of the base, we see Todd, but older, and a scar is on his face. He has a weapon in one of his hands, and on his belt, instead of his twin sticks, we see a garrote. And there's this darker look in their eyes. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Nice. Okay, everyone, we'll go around and do our outros, starting with Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. You can find me on Twitter at ccdash2224. You can find me here running masks on Tuesdays. If you want to see me running Monster of the Week, you can catch that on Mondays. I'm not going to be in anything this next week, but the following week I will be back for all of my regular shows. If you want to see me as a player, you can tune into twitch.tv/off_the-table on Fridays at 7 p.m. EST, where I will play in Urban Shadows, The Claiming, The Midnight Crew, The Dragon Lavash. The best crew.
Levi, what about you?
Hello, I am Levi, Levi597 on the Twitters. Let me see. Yeah, we won't be back this Monday. Not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. We will be back on my channel for Hearts of Wulin, Songs of Southern Mountains. I think it's gonna be a really good group. We got a really good group, and I think it's gonna be a great game. Otherwise, I'm here, and that's all I got regularly going on now. But I also have signups. I have my pinned tweet signups for a one shot of Demigods, which just went up on Kickstarter today and got fully funded in before we even started this game. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Newcomers are welcome.
Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me apologizing next week on this channel to Emily and also Evie.
Yeah, we won't
And
have a show, but Rachel's actually gonna hack my Twitch, and it's just gonna be her on her own.
It's
just
my apology.
apologizing.
It's gonna be like my apology stream.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like I said something bad. Well, I did something bad.
I gave her
An
editing
apology
rights.
video.
She can just stream on her own.
Anyways, yes, I'm Rachel. You can find me on Twitter at r_Omulus. You can find me here on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can find me on Off the Table at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I don't know any other times on my phone. Playing Urban Shadows, The Claiming, which is High Noon Crew.
The best crew.
That's all that I'm streaming these days.
Oh, I'll give you the goodest crew, but not the best.
We're the best crew.
Goodest, not best. We're the best. You're the goodest.
I'll kick you out of this stream. We're the best crew.
Y'all, I don't watch any games, and so y'all fighting over this. I'm like, what? What are you even talking about?
I'm your mother, so you know which one you better rep for.
Oh, that's true.
Dingo.
Okay, got it. So punish Evie.
I'm Dingo Dingy Dongle. You can find me on Twitter at Where's My Dingus. Mondays, I am here playing Monster of the Week. Tuesdays, here playing Masks. Obviously, Wednesdays, some of the Wednesdays I'm going to be here playing in the Summer of Spooks for various games. Thursdays, I am on Indoor Adventures playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Fridays, I am on Off the Table playing San Guajona, The Claiming, Midnight Crew, Rush Crew. You can find everything that I'm doing on my Twitter. I retweet it all. Go there.
My sweet daughter, Emily.
Hi. I'm Emily. I'm on Twitter as I forget how to fucking do this. I'm on Twitter at neckwear with 2 R's at the end. The only thing I stream is this. So if you feel so inclined to follow me, you can, but is the only thing I stream. So yeah.
I am Katie. You know where to find me everywhere on the internet at Katie Face. Most things that happen here have been announced. Tomorrow at 6 Central Standard Time, Jay will be back here running a Dread with a friend of his, as well as Kylan and Lauren, that salty ginger. Thursday, I will be on Off the Table at 9 Central Standard Time, playing San Guajona, The Claiming. Saturday, we will be back here, even though I will be in a new whole state. So let's pray my internet holds up. We will be back here at 6 playing Cthulhu Dark. There's a very good clip of Matthias saying the word "riding" someone where Mal just walks away from the game. I fall out of my chair. Someone else freaks out, and someone else just stares straight in the camera like they're on The Office. It's really good. Sunday, hopefully, I'll be over our own Pen and Paper Pals playing Burning Wheel. And then next week, games will be pretty sporadic. We won't be back for Monster of the Week and Masks, at least. But there will be a game of Occult on Wednesday during the afternoon. I will not be taking care of it. Matthias will be over it. But Mikhail will be running it. It has a good group. It's going to be a good little game. Are you playing in that, Dingo? Not that one. Okay, I couldn't remember who was playing in that one.
Wait, is it next week?
Next week's Occult. It's like during the afternoon.
No, I'm not in
Okay,
that
I
one.
I can't remember who is in that one. But yeah, it's gonna be it's an earlier game for the some European folks. But yeah, we will see you all later. I hope you have a great evening, and we love you, and everyone have a great night. Bye.